Hey everyone, this is Martin, and I'm excited today because we got a new tool in the mail yesterday, and I can't wait to get it unboxed, opened up, put together, and try it out. And it's a chainsaw sharpener. And so I'm going to run up to the shipping container that we've got here and grab a bunch of chains and come back down, and we're going to start putting that thing together and see what we can do with it. Okay, so I am up in the shipping container, and I've got some chains right here. I've got 3 of them here, and I know I've got more, but they're in my chainsaw toolbox, and I don't know where that's at, and it's too cold to be up here messing around looking for them. Anyway, we'll take these and start with these. All right, I'm back inside the cabin here, and I've got the chainsaw sharpener here, some accessories. We're going to go ahead and just start opening them up and see what we've got here. My philosophy on chainsaws is that everybody should own at least 2, and but 3 or more is better, unless you live in an apartment, and then I suppose you could probably get by with just 1. Anyway, that's my philosophy on chainsaws. And for years I've been using chainsaws. We've heated with wood a number of different places that we've lived, and I've always just hand sharpened them until the point where they get so bad that that I need to take them into the shop. And yeah, come on out of there. Okay, we're gonna have to take them into the shop and get them sharpened professionally. And you know, of the amount of money that I've spent getting chains sharpened over the years, I could have bought probably 5 of these. So anyway, I finally broke down and decided it was time to go ahead and get one. And this is an Oregon saw sharpener. And I'm going to try to just get everything unboxed here first, then we'll figure out how to put it all together. I guess that's the bracket that it stands on. And by the way, I am going to put information down below here on where you can get this one, plus some other ones too. This is a big grinder type, and you know, my uncle, as I was looking at these things, my uncle used to have a chain sharpener that was almost like a Dremel tool with a little cylinder shaped grinding wheel on it. And you know, he learned to sharpen chains pretty good with that, but in that learning curve, he burnt a lot of chains with that grinder just by doing too much at a time, and it would turn the teeth blue, and then they would lose I guess they would lose their temper, and they wouldn't hold an edge that well. And but I'm going to put a link. They're a lot cheaper, so I'm going to put a link on one of those down below here as well. And also, you're going to see bits and pieces of a video here that I'm going to be adding, embedding into this video. It's a professional, the Oregon version of how to use this tool. And you'll find, if you click the link below in the description that goes to this, you'll find on the description of that, when you get to Amazon, they've got that video in full there. It's about a 7-minute video, I believe, so I didn't want to use the whole thing up here. So anyway, I'm going to put this together, and then as soon as I get it together, we'll come back. Okay, I got this put together, and there's really only 2 parts that that needed to be assembled. And the first part was the motor assembly needed to be attached to the base just by adding this one knob here. And that was the one part. And then the only other thing that needed to be added on was the handle up here. So what I've got, I'm going to bring you down and show you this. I'm not going to take it out and mount it yet until I kind of have a chance to read through the book and see how it works. But based on watching the video, I kind of figured out where the adjustments are on this thing. I'm going to bring the camera down here closer to take a look at this. Okay, so this is a Oregon model 410-120. And what it's got is it's got a chain bar holder down here, holds the chain in place, and that has both a pivot that pivots this way to get the pitch of the teeth right here. Wow, I wish I had a little better light. The pitch of the teeth right here in line with the grinding wheel, so when the grinding wheel comes down, it hits the tooth at the right angle down there. And the video that Oregon puts out is on the operation of this is good, where you can see all this stuff up close. This little adjustment knob right here adjusts the tooth holder so that I'm going to adjust it a lot so you can see it. You can see it moving the tooth forward. And that's to get the tooth in the right position with the grinding wheel. Pull it back here a little bit. I don't know where it's at right now. You can see right now that the wheel comes down in real close with the tooth there. It's dropping right in. I'm just touching the tooth right now. So I'll back it up just a little bit more. And you can see that it goes down past the face of the tooth at this point. Okay, so that's the angle. Set the pitch this way. Okay, as you're looking down on top of this thing, this is the left cutting tooth, and then every other one is a right cutting tooth, and that's what this one is right here, is a right cutting tooth, and another left cutting tooth, and another right cutting tooth. And so what you do is you set them up to where you sharpen all of the left side first, and then you come back and readjust this thing to the other angle, and then you can cut the right hand cutting tooth that way. This knob back here is the stop that adjusts, that allows the grinding wheel here to stop when it reaches the bottom of the tooth. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. I think that probably after I do about 1 or 2 chains, I think I'll have this thing down. And like I say, there will be a video link below the YouTube video here that will take you to where this is sold. And then if you go to that page, you can find another video link that Oregon produces on the operation of this tool. So one of the things you'll see is that there's the chain is loose here, and this is the stop that I set over here with this knob. Okay, when you bring it forward to the point where you're ready to sharpen a tooth and back it up against that stop, when you pull this around, it will clamp the chain right to the bar there and set it so that you can drop the grinding wheel down in and make the grind on it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this video kind of up and going. I'll be using the Oregon one for the close-ups because they've got a clear image of it. I ordered the model that included a Field kit, a Field Sharpening Kit, which is just some files and things. There's also a gauge here to set the bottom depth set of the depth tooth so that your depth of cut is correct in there, and a flat file and some other things. So if all you're after is something that touch up your chains out in the field, you may only need this. I've basically had all this stuff for years, and it just takes time, and I'm getting too old to have the patience for it. So, and I'm getting too many chains. So if you would, click the subscribe button and the notification bell. As soon as I get this thing mounted and hooked up and have a chance to practice a couple times on a couple of chains, I'll do another video, an update video of that to show how it works. But Oregon is kind of the top of the line for chainsaw accessories and sharpening and chains and bars and things like that. And this had a lot of really high reviews on it, so I'm anxious to get going. I'm anxious to not have to sharpen chains out in the field anymore, and glad to have it. I can't wait to get it tried out. See you next time. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like and a share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. See you next time.